In this tutorial, I will show you step by step how you can start making money with copy trading on Blofin. Blofin is a professional crypto exchange and they have copy trading directly integrated in their platform. It is supposed to be a great way to earn money passively. However, there are of course some risks. Copy trading on Blofin consists of a master trader and a follower. In this case, we will be the follower. We will copy the trades of the master trader. On the downside, if the master trader is losing money, you will also lose money. That's why it is crucial to make a proper analysis of the trader and really find someone that is consistently profitable and not someone who is gambling. I will show you how to analyze all of these traders step by step. Additionally, you should be aware that there is a 10% profit split, which means every time the master trader is making money, you will share 10% of the profits with him. First of all, you of course need a Blofin account, and for this I recommend you create a new account with the link below this video. Because with the link below this video, you will activate a 10% trading fee discount, which means every time you're making a trade, you will actually receive back 10% of the trading fees, which will save you a ton of money, and I highly recommend you take advantage of this offer. After creating your new Blofin account, you can jump right into copy trading. The first thing we must do is we have to send funds into our copy trading wallet. For this, navigate to Assets and click on Overview in the top right corner. Right now you can see that I have $250 in my crypto account on Blofin. However, right now this is in my funding account. We must get these funds into the futures wallet. For this, click on transfer on the right hand side. Now we want to send USDT from our funding account into our futures account. The collateral is USDT, so make sure that you convert any crypto that you want to use for copy trading into USDT. This is the only thing you can use right now for copy trading. I want to send everything, I want to go all in, so I click on all right here. From the funding to the futures account, click on confirm, and now we can go to copy trading. In the header menu, click on copy trading. Now we are in the copy trading dashboard of Blofin. As mentioned before, there are some fees that you must be aware of. Now we can select a master trader. These master traders are the traders that we can follow, and again, there is a 10% profit share, which means every time the master trader is making a profit, you will share 10% of the profits with him. So if he makes a trade, which you copy, and you earn $100, you will earn actually $90, and the copy master trader will earn $10. Now let's search for a great trader which we can copy. Right from the start, I can tell you that we want to skip this trader right here and the other trader right next to them, because we can see these massive spikes up 6,000% in a single day. This is gambling. We don't want to copy a trader which is gambling. We want to copy a trader which is consistently profitable in the long run. So we want to see basically a slow and steady curve to the upside with minimal drawdown, but also with minimal spikes to the upside. I can show you now this right here. Let's click on this and I will show you exactly why this is a bad trader to copy. Now he did make 5,000% profit in the last 7 days. However, you can also see that he is basically just gambling. He took 2 trades and it's up almost 7,000%. This is not trading, this is gambling, and I can guarantee you he will blow up all of this money just as quickly. He will lose it all again. So don't copy traders like this. I know it does look tempting, but it is not reliable in the long term. These traders will all get rinsed out. Now let's scroll down a bit and search for another trader. Now this is something very interesting. You can see a slow and steady curve with low drawdown. This is definitely good. Let's now click on this right here. And you can see this is exactly the type of curve you want to look at. However, he also was down 50% at one point, which is definitely a bit concerning, but you can see that he then afterwards has a very slow and steady growth, which is incredible. And now he's up 80%, which is definitely a very, very good result. Now we can also look at the profit and loss on a daily basis. And what I really like here is that these are all kind of balanced out. So there are not really massive spikes on either sides, except for maybe this day right here where we had a really profitable day and then 2 days where he had some bigger losses. However, overall, this is definitely a really good looking master trader page. Now what I want to do next is I want to go to the trading history and I want to look at the leverage, and there we can see He's using relatively low leverage, which is a pretty good thing because generally speaking, people who use high leverage get rinsed out very, very quickly because they don't use leverage responsibly. So 3x leverage, I think, is perfectly fine. This looks good to me. He actually has a pretty high win rate. I think his win rate in the last 7 days is 100%, which is definitely a great thing. Now let's copy trade this guy right here. Click on copy on the right hand side. And then we can decide how much we want to put in. In this field, we can select how much we want to invest, but we can also add some advanced settings. You can see an advanced tab down here. There we can select, for example, cross margin and isolated. Maybe you prefer cross, maybe you prefer isolated. I recommend for beginners to leave advanced out. So just go with smart copy because that actually will use the exact same settings and the exact same strategy that the master trader is using. Because cross and isolated margin modes are completely different, and maybe the master trader has a strategy that only works with one margin mode, so we can't know this without contacting the guy. So I recommend you just go with smart copy, but for the sake of this video, let me walk you through all of these settings because we also have a traditional tab. Now let's go over this. First of all, we can of course select the total investment. Then we can select cross and isolated. I recommend go with the copy trader's margin mode, but as I said before, maybe you have some specific criteria, maybe you prefer isolated. So if you have a preference, just go with this. Cross margin means that you can offset losses from one position with the profits of another position, whereas isolated margin only looks at one individual position, which also means if one position is reaching liquidation, it will be liquidated, whereas with cross margin, you will not be liquidated because maybe another trade is still profitable. Okay, so be aware of the difference. Then you can also select how much leverage you want to use. For example, fixed, which means that you select exactly how much leverage you use. For example, for every trade you will use 20x leverage. I highly recommend you don't do this. The best option here also, in my opinion, is clearly the copy trader's leverage because they will really take the strategy from the master trader, and that's essentially the idea of copy trading, right? But if you want to maybe use tighter risk management, you can just go with one because that is definitely safer compared to the 3x leverage which this trader uses. So you can use one. I wouldn't play around with this too much because too much leverage, it really doesn't end well most of the time. So I will set this to copy trader's leverage as well. Then we also have the copy immediately option, which means if the copy trader is currently in a trade or in multiple trades, you will enter these trades as well right now. No matter if this trade is already profitable or not, if price already went up or down, doesn't matter. We will also take the exact same position. Again, I recommend you don't do this. You will just leave this blank, but if you want to do it, you can do it. I recommend you don't. Then you can also add a take profit and stop loss. You can select between price and P&L. Price means if Bitcoin moves up 10%, you will take profits, and P&L means if your trade is 10% profitable. For example, Bitcoin is moving up 1%, but you have 10x leverage, then the P&L for this trade would be 10%. So if you had 10% here on a trade where Bitcoin goes up 1%, you have 10x leverage, you would take profit. But again, the more you play around with the settings, the less accurate your results will be. Because as I said before, we want to copy another trader's strategy. He will have his own strategy. We can't know what his strategy is, so we can't really know what the best take profit and stop loss is. But if you want to mitigate your risk, you can add a stop loss, for example, at 1%. So for every single trade, you can only lose a maximum of 1%. That is definitely reasonable, but yet again, it will interfere with the strategy of the master trader. So maybe you make less profits, but it will definitely mitigate the risk. So that is maybe the only setting I could kind of understand, but yeah, I will just leave all of this blank, okay? I just wanted to show you all of these advanced settings. Now let's also go to the traditional tab, which is also with the advanced settings, which we already went through. As I said before, I don't recommend you use them. Now you can select a fixed ratio for every single trade. Let's say you have $100 in your account. You really don't want to use more than that, okay? So you put in 100 here, which means even if the master trader is making trades which are bigger than this, you will only invest a maximum of $100. Then you can also select the proportion. If you set it to 1, that means you're having the exact same ratio as the master trader. Let's assume the master trader has $100,000 and he opens a position worth $1,000. That means his position is 1% of his whole portfolio. So if your proportion now is 1, you will also go in with 1% of your portfolio, no matter how much you have right now. Let's say you have $500 in your account. 1% of $500, that is $5. So your position right now would be $5. However, now if you set it to 10 and the master trader uses 1% of his portfolio, you will actually go in with 10% of your portfolio. I recommend you go with 1. Anything else is super risky. But if you go with 1 here anyway, you can go with smart copy trading right away. I think smart copy trading is the easiest option. If you want to use advanced settings to mitigate losses and risks, you can definitely do this. But for the sake of this video, I will just go with smart copy. But we went through all of the settings, so you know exactly now what these settings do. I recommend that you never go all in into one guy. Let's say if you have $1,000, you maybe want to spread it across 5 different copy traders. By doing this, you can mitigate some risk because, as I said before, if the master trader is losing money, you will also lose money. So if you put all of your money into one basket and this one trader gets liquidated, you effectively lose all of your money, which is not what we want to happen. So in this case, let's just put in $100 right here, accept the terms and conditions, and then we click on submit. And that's already it. We have now successfully added a copy trade, and every time this guy is making a trade, we will follow him. There is no further action required from our side. That is basically how you set up a copy trade. If you want to stop the copy trading, go back to the copy trading dashboard, then click on My Copy Trading right here in the top menu, and now select the trader you want to stop following. First of all, you can adjust the balance. So in case you want to add more money, you can do this. You can, for example, add $50, submit, and now you can see we have now $150 with this guy. However, if you want to remove funds, you can also adjust the balance here. You can, for example, pull out, let's say, $75, and then we click on submit right here. And additionally, you can also completely uncopy him. So click on uncopy on the right hand side, and now you can also decide if you want to leave the positions open or close them immediately. I recommend you just close them immediately, and then all of the positions will be closed and the money will be pulled out of the copy trading master account. And that's how you copy trade on Blofin. Very, very simple process in my opinion. And if you want to get started with this, I highly recommend you go below this video, you click the very first link, which will take you to exactly this page. And by using that link, you will get a lifetime 10% trading fee cashback, which means every time you open and close a trade, you will get back 10% of the costs, which is incredible. This is a great offer and will give you some of the best trading fees in the crypto space. You can only get this with the link in the video description, so I highly recommend you take advantage of this. If you want to learn more about Blofin, you can check out our website, which is cryptowinrate.com. I will leave you relevant links to articles and in-depth guides in the video description. We also have more tutorials on our YouTube channel about Blofin and many other crypto exchanges.